It can only be said that the Syrian people fully deserve their sufferings a few days ago, when the opposition forces entered Damascus. It was the people who opened the city gates and welcomed the rebels into the city. However, after only one day of revelry, the people were seen marching in the streets with Bashar's portrait, hoping that he could come back quickly and take the helm again. Previously, they thought that overthrowing the Assad regime would lead them to the shore of freedom. But what awaited them was a bucket of cold water that shattered their beautiful dream during the Bashar era. The social environment was relatively stable. The subsidy policies implemented by the government ensured the basic livelihood of the people. The government also established state-owned bakeries. These bakeries regularly provided extremely cheap flatbreads to the people. It was as cheap as spending $0.1 in the United States to buy a day's worth of food. All of this was due to government subsidies. If you have traveled to Syria, you should be aware of this. Buying a few pieces of flatbread was enough for a family to have a full meal for a day. However, after the Assad regime was challenged by the opposition, Syria plunged into endless chaos. Innocent people became victims. A large number of civilians were forced to flee their homes. Although the opposition came into power, the economy became a mess. The currency depreciated to almost nothing. Prices soared like a rocket. Various domestic armed groups fought fiercely for power and profit. Foreign forces also got involved and muddied the waters. Even the Kurds are about to establish their own country. The division of Syria is almost a foregone conclusion. The interim government has no energy to care about the well-being of the common people at this time. The Syrian people have come to their senses. Only when something is lost do they know how to cherish it. There is no internet, electricity, or water. The former welfare policies no longer exist. The mechanism of distributing daily necessities through smart cards has also collapsed. I dare say that if the bakeries do not reopen, it will not only be the people marching in the streets with Bashar's portrait. They will also immediately turn into the opposition. The underlying reason is that many people tend to attribute their misfortunes in life to the country, believing that everything will change after a complete overthrow. But history has told us that this is just a pipe dream. Therefore, those who place all their hopes on a so-called savior will ultimately not achieve the so-called happiness. In this chaotic world, the common people are mired in suffering.